Okay, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and good morning to all of you. So today we're going to talk about a different topic, but of course there is a connection with e-commerce pa rin. And we're going to share with you how we started Lazada store and how are you going to do it. Okay, are you ready? So let's try to move on. Yes, we started Lazada. Siyempre, sa umpisa ng aming e-commerce, Lazada talaga yung una naming tinry, okay? So, we started doing, delivering PPEs and yung mga face masks. So, yun talaga yung pinaka highlights ng aming e-commerce. And then, we started doing that nung nag-start yung pandemic. Siguro 2 weeks after the pandemic. So, yun yung ginawa namin. And then, ito nga, hanggang sa yung mga anak namin, nag-try na rin na magbalot ng Lazada everyday kasi almost nasa 300 yung mga nag-order online ng Lazada. Kasi dahil that time din kasi marami pong nangangailangan ng mga Lazada or yung tinatawag nating mga face masks and PPEs. Okay? So, syempre, very affordable lang naman yung namin, yung price namin. And that time kasi hindi pwedeng lumabas, okay? So after 2 weeks, siguro kami lang, I think konti pa lang yung nagbebenta that time kasi akala nila hindi nga pwedeng lumabas. But si Lazada kasi meron siyang pick up that time after 2 weeks ng pandemic. Okay. So ito yung pinaka-revenue namin for the last 30 days. Isang product lang siya. And we're very surprised about it, no? So talagang love na love namin yung item namin. And even ngayon, kahit hindi na siya ganun kabenta, hindi namin makakalimutan na during that time, itong item na to, yung talagang nag-angat sa amin, nagbigay sa amin ng alam niyo yan, ng pangkabuhayan package because wala nga sarado lahat ng business. At the same time, wala lahat ng international clients namin kasi lockdown din sila. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung mga advantage nyo kapag nasa Lazada store kayo? So actually, bukod dun sa kinikita ko na yun, mas marami pang malaking mga mga seller din online kesa dun sa pinakita ko sa inyo. Okay? So let's try to move on sa mga advantage ng Lazada store pag dun kayo naglagay ng mga items. Okay, number one is of course you have a chance to acquire new customers, okay, new resellers, syempre mga new friends din, okay, or mga buyers ninyo. And number two, it will also increase your sales from a high traffic channel, di ba? So, although hindi ganun katulad na pag nagpe-Facebook ads ka, syempre, if you have a big budget on Facebook ads, syempre, mas marami ka rin makukuhang mga customer. And shipping and logistics, so meron na silang tinatawag nila na parang pick-up point or meron din sila yung drop-off. Okay, but dahil nga pandemic, pwede naman silang mag-pick up na lang doon sa location mo para hindi ka na mapagod. Ang magiging problem mo na lang ay yung items na ibebenta mo. Ano ba talaga yung gusto mong ibentang items? So, syempre, limited control ka doon dahil nga, syempre, hindi mo naman yun talaga store. So, unlike if you have your own page, if you have your own website, hawak mo yung mga rules and regulations. Unlike sa Lazada, you have to follow their rules and regulations. Okay? And meron din silang marketplace fee. So, lahat naman siguro right now merong mga fee, no? Wala na tayong libre sa panahon ngayon, lalo na ngayong pandemic. But, siguro you can have your own store na lang and then yung marketplace store mo or if you have a Shopify, pwede mo namang liitan lang din yung fee. But even Shopify, meron din silang fee, diba? Now, this is Miss MJ Gaan, a BDI founder and one of the highest seller in Lazada. All right. So she will also share to you a lot of things about her experience and how Lazada gave her, business and opportunities with other online e-commerce seller. Let's watch this. Miss MJ is one of the top sellers and a certified trainer of Lazada. Her Lazada stores, PTI, Franeta Mall, have actually earned millions of pesos through selling various products and digital services. All right. So, Her company, BDI, is also the pioneer and accredited service provider of Lazada Philippines, helping thousands of Lazada sellers set up and revamp the build up and manage their online store. So Miss MJ also awarded by 37 People Choice Award as the outstanding young lady entrepreneur. And MJ is also committed to hard work at 18 years old. She had to work while studying to support herself and her family and is now a self-made with her business. Okay, Miss MJ, are you there? I'm going to give the floor to Miss MJ.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Evening.
Can everyone see me po?
Wait lang ha.
Yan.
Can you see the screen po ba? Hindi.
Opo, I can see the ano po,
Alright. Alright. Sige, sige po.
the screen. Can everyone see me po?
Medyo mahina po.
Hello? Yan. Nilahasan. Yan. Is it more clear po ba? Is my voice clear po?
Yes, type yes. Kung medyo okay yung voice ni Miss MJ.
Pero nawala ata yung screen.
Okay, okay. Hold on lang po Sorry. Yan. Ano ba yung shinare ko?
Ayan po.
Yan. Okay na, Miss MJ?
Ayan, apo. Nakikita ko na po yung screen. Sana nakikita niyo po kaya ako? Can everyone see me po?
Nakikita niyo po ba si Miss MJ?
Ayan, okay. I think everyone can see me naman po.
Yeah. So sige, Miss MJ, can you tell us something about your experience in Lazada and how did you start?
All right. So, but anyway, I'm thankful again to be invited for another talk about e-commerce, particularly Lazada. So, thank you for inviting over, Miss Marilyn. Thank you for e-com.ph, and syempre sa viewers na despite of whatever is happening right now with the calamities natin, talaga may time din talaga to, you have to really give time to, spare some time to learn more para din po pa sa atin. So, for tonight, I'm so excited to share na what has been my experience about doing business on Lazada, and also how I can also be of help to you if you are planning to start your own Lazada business, or even do tulad Miss Marilyn and others kung meron na kayong mga Lazada stores dito, if you thought of, growing more of the Lazada store, since kung may existing na kayo at nagsisimula pa lang, we can also help you, or I can also help you. So I started really doing Lazada business. It was early 2017. So I signed up late of 2016, but I started officially 2017 na. During this time, medyo, ay mahina po ba? Yung audio ko, may nagsasabi medyo mahina. Let me just fix my audio. Teka lang. Hello? Is it better na po yung audio? Medyo si ata na doon.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Ayan po. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Anyway, so my story behind Lazada Journey is I started po 2017, early 2017. During this time, zero knowledge po talaga ako. So as in, I don't have any idea how to start or even signing up for Lazada store or Lazada business. Even this time, I don't even have ample budget or resources to start with. And meron lang akong isang product na gusto simulan dahil in-offer ito sa akin ng ng dati kong contact. And sinimulan niyang why not try to sell it online, particularly Lazada. At this time, I'm not really doing online selling, although I do have experience in online selling, but not with Lazada. If you're familiar with OLX, ayos dito, yung mga ganon, manual online selling, that's what I do when I was in college or when I was still doing full-time work when I was an employee. And then I had this business 2015, but it's more of service provider. So I built a company that time wherein hindi siya more of retailing or product selling. Until I just tried to take a chance, sige nga, masubukan ko tong product na in-offer sa akin. That was just one product that I was selling, and it's more of health and beauty product. If you will ask me kung anong product to. And sabi ko, ano kaya magiging resulta nito? At first, at the beginning, without any intention to really grow the business because I was just really exploring. And remember, hindi ako pala benta ng product that time yet. It's more of service provider talaga kami for companies or B2B or individual private company. So, little did I know, after ko I have that one staff pa that will help me out to learn more about Lazada. Kasi this time, nung mga panahon na yon, hindi pwede ka maging Lazada seller only if you have business permits, business documents. So medyo strict pa during this time. You need to have your own business legalities. Okay, so we sign up. Luckily, we do have a business pa running that time, although not on retailing. So, but we use that legalities. So, after, I noticed na yung product na to, nagulat ako na benta. In fact, yung unang nabenta naming produkto was just one bottle because it's a health and beauty product. To be particular, it's a capsule. Okay, it's for slimming product. And so sabi ko, oh, may nabenta one time, isang beses lang. And then, after a few days, may nabenta ulit. So, some few quantities already. And then after that, medyo nagdire-diretso siya. So, the entire 1 month, nakabenta kami ng a few bottles. Most likely less than 50 bottles already. And na-surprise ako kasi since it's my first time and I don't have any idea on how to really sell that, I was just really exploring. Natuwa naman ako. Please take note during this time, since I have other things I'm doing also other than trying to test it out, mas natuwa ako when I started already to give more time on really creating our store according to the standards of Lazada. What do I mean po? Kasi nung simula ako, so test lang siya, nag-post lang kami. Nag-enroll kami, nag-sign up kami, nag-submit kami ng requirements, nag-training kami. Then after that, virtual po ito. Once na-approve na yung account mo, so you can now start selling. And like right now, it's so easy. Even without business legalities yet, if you want to start as individual, you can actually start na. Which later on, I'll be able to explain that further with you sa mga gusto magsimula ng yung just to test it out also, just to also test it out or explore it. So again, back to my story. After 1 month, less than 50 bottles na yung naibenta namin. So inupuan ko siya at one time. Sabi ko, try ko nga na medyo ayusin yung store namin or I'll try to get a deeper, more knowledge about Lazada. So I got onto Lazada University, which is a free platform for Lazada sellers. Meaning to say, nasa dashboard na to na account nyo. You can get a lot of different tips if you want to know more about how to sell on Lazada, if you're a Lazada seller na. So I give a little time and I try to also explore on how I could fix my Lazada more. Baka kumita pa ng sobra or kumita pa ng mas malaki-laki. And lo and behold, that's what happened. A month after, nakabenta na kami ng, instead of 50 bottles lang for that 1 month, we were able to days lang. In less than a week lang. And then, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya. Yung 50, naging 100, yung 100, naging 200 bottles, yung 200, naging 300. Yung before na quantities namin, from supposedly 1 month supply, we're able to have it sold in just 1 week until such time na hindi na kaya ng 1 week, kundi challenge namin sa products namin. We're in, naibenta na namin even lesser than 1 week, just a few days. So in short, struggle na namin that time is really a good struggle. Nauubos yung paninda namin, nauubos to be particular, even without yet having it paid out sa amin. Kasi during this time, yung payout sa dati Lazada is bi-weekly. Mean to say, every 2 weeks, binibigay sa amin yung, sa mga sellers, yung payout, yung bayad ng mga na-sold na items is successfully delivered. And during this time, medyo struggle ako noon kasi nga, katulad ng sabi ko, nagsimula ako ng totally walang puhunan and binigyan ako ng pagkakataon na itong product na ito is mai-consign sa akin at binenta ko lang. Nagkataon na i-beta ko siya ng medyo mas mabilis sa inaasahan ko. So, I continued getting of these products at consignment basis. At napagbigyan naman ako hanggang sa, ayun na, ang struggle ko na is how can I sustain more of this business because basically lumaki na siya in such a way na uncontrollable na. Yung items namin, yung inventories namin supposed to be good for 1 month, naubos na siya in less than a week, in just few days, hindi pa namin nakuha yung payout from Lazada. So we have to make a different approach wherein I could get funding so I could support the business by getting more supplies ahead of time. So I need to pay it in advance. So doon na pumasok yung other strategies ko on how to, basically doon na simula na I try to ask for help already. If somebody or someone could help me out on growing my business with Lazada. And luckily, yung aming supplier na products, binigyan ako ng credit. So, doon na. So, binigyan ako ng products credit, ng limit. So, in that way, I was able to get supplies ahead of time. And I can pay that already at a certain period. Hindi na kailangan ng cash-to-cash basis. So, malaking tulong sa akin nun. So, all throughout 6 months to 8 months, close to 1 year, I was only selling one product. And that was the health and beauty products, the slimming product capsule. And then after 8 months, more or less, we have added one more product, which is not similarly the same with what I'm selling, which is health and beauty. Pero this time, it's for whitening naman. So it's also the same as capsule. Medyo same din yung branding name niya. So in just 1 whole year, I was only selling 2 kinds of products. And all throughout that whole 1 year, it was really a blast experience for me kasi I never thought that jump starting in Lazada would give me an opportunity to where I am right now and where we are heading to. Although ang dami ring challenges na napagdaanan and up to this point, but it's really part of the business already. And I do believe that it would even help you to be determined and be more creative on doing your business. So from that 1 year, as part of my journey, after a year, doon na nagsimula na, okay, there are some partners who would like to partner with us, wherein doon nagsimula na I was able to have not just only one store na. So nagsimula na kami with that one product to 2 products in 1 year. After a year, we now started to become to start selling multi-category products na. Meaning to say, from 2 products, we now have over hundreds of products selling already in that store. And with just 1 store, to now have to creating multiple stores already. And then from before, only physical products, we're now also selling digital services. And then within that 1 year period, going to 2nd year, I was appointed already by Lazada to become one of the trainers and then for Lazada seller community. So I could also train and help out my co-Lazada sellers. And I was lucky to be of privilege to that. And then after that, within the 2nd year also, I was also given an upper privilege na they try to take a look at ano talaga yung main business ko basically, which is itong nasa likod ko, BDI, because currently I'm in the office right now. So yung BDI, we're in more of creatives and branding and digital marketing, ang focus namin. Luckily, they also appointed BDI as the pioneer as accredited service provider to Lazada community sellers. So mean to say, we're also now helping out Lazada, my co-Lazada sellers and merchants grow their business on Lazada, helping them grow their stores, existing stores, startup stores, and a lot more. So, yun. So, ang daming naging journey when I just started humbly with my humble beginnings from totally no idea to just testing out one product to selling two products to selling multi-products na in one store to now having to creating multiple stores already until such time that they appointed me as a trainer, and now our company is also a service provider to them. And lastly, nagsimula na rin kami mag-service to other sellers. Mean to say, we do account management na. So doon nagsimula na we're handling also different series of accounts or stores of Lazada sellers na rin. So it was really a tremendous experience with Lazada. If it's about my yeah, medyo napahaba ang aking explanation. So I hope na nag-gets naman po natin at basically I'm just really ecstatic to share that with you kasi ika nga may mga bagay talagang we didn't expect but it happened and we are just grateful for it regardless of the outcome as long as I think we really did what we can. So naging maayos naman po siya. So ayun po.
Yun. So, Miss MJ, medyo yung iba kasi curious sila, how much daw ba yung millions na yun in 6 months?
Ano po? Sorry?
How much yung in-earn mo daw in 6 months? Can you give them parang idea? And then, how did you do that as an online seller? Ano yung mga tips na pwede mo sa kanilang ibigay?
Well, 6 months, I was already earning basically 6 to 7 digits that time because normal first month exploration, second to third month, very fast facing in just 3 months to 4 months nauubusan na ako ng stocks at hand, and challenge ko na yung wala na akong maibigay na supply kasi nga naubos na yung supposedly na 1 month to 1 week na lang naubos na kagad yung stocks, and revolving yung funding, mean to say I have to pay the products in advance cash. So 6 months more likely I was able to gain, or just to be just to give a heads up, 6 months to 8 months, approximately maximum of 10 months, I was able to gain already 7 to 8 digits already this time. 7 ba yung tama, 7 to 8 digits this time, and it was because kasagsagan talaga nung product na binenta namin. That was the slimming product. Tapos nadagdagan pa ng other product on my 8th month. I just forgot kung 8th month or 10th month yon. So mas lalong nadagdagan yung additional earning namin with that product. So basically, that would be an ecstatic experience sa akin from 50,000 to 100,000 to 500,000 to a million to 2 million, so and so forth. And this all happened in just 1 year period when I started. So yun. And before, there was one point also, or a lot of times during those moments where I was earning at least 1.5 in a day alone, 1.2 in a day alone, lalo kapag campaign period. But actually, this is not that big as much as my other co-sellers. There are other from my other co-sellers earning even 5 million or in a day. There are even some who are even, ito yung mga matagal na talaga sa Lazada na ako yung isa sa mga bago with my co-trainers And there was even one who's really big in Lazada na who's earning 20 million in just a day alone, just for happens normally during 11/11, 12/12. So on my experience, when I was just starting pa lang po, that was during my first year round, I earned already like about 1.5 a day alone. In some cases, mahina na yung 300 in a day to 500 in a day. So pinaka-lowest probably that time is 200 in a day. So, I mean, that as something na akala kong extra income ko lang or for me to explore, syempre, it took me an opportunity na much more pag-upuan ko na siya. And take note, this is for one store. If you have more channels or if you have more stores, there's a greater opportunity. You can double up this chances. Pero again, you have to think about kasi may mga strategies na kailangan mong pag regardless kung anong product ibebenta mo. You have to also see if there is really a market with your product. Selling the same products on a different store, then it's a different story also. But if your products naman different from a different store, then it's a different case scenario then. So, ganun siya.
Yeah. So parang what you can give advice to them, parang if it is nichified ba, mas okay ba yung nichified or mas okay ba yung parang halo-halo? Like kung damit siya, pwede mong haluan ng mga technology ba? Or ano yung mas preferred niyo po na tingin niyo mas applicable to earn more than 100,000 a day, something like that?
Mm-mm. Well, on my experience, on my personal experience, I started this without any idea what product it, and only until I was offered with this one product. So basically, it's a niche product. So until such and right now, I'm more inclined into general stores. So different multi-categories in one store. So we're selling physical products from home and beauty to electronic to fashion to even now digital goods and services. But I do encourage those sa mga nagsisimula pa lang or gusto mong simula, you really have to think about first what you wanted to sell. Kasi it's easy for you to start na if you have already in mind ano yung i-offer mo sa market. Is it something ba na according sa pandemic situation ngayon, let's say digital items? Or is it something na hobby items mo like probably you're good into cooking so you wanted kitchenwares? So, or is it something na you wanted to explore, hindi mo pa alam kung ano, pero you're part of a company, distribution company na may mga products na nag-member ka doon, may mga products na pwede mong i-resell na lang, then you can go for general store. So, either of those things, the important one is you know what you are offering or what you wanted to offer.
Yeah. In addition to that, I think mas okay din na mas okay din na alam mo yung product mo, right? So
Yes.
parang like kung meron kang sinalihan like na company or meron kang pinagkukuhaan na company, so mas maganda, we advise I think na gamitin mo muna yon or pwedeng aralin mo din siya para kung paano siya manipulate. Kasi sometimes may mga nagtatanong or may mga experience kami na may bumili ng items ng client nila and then nung tinanong na sila sa messenger or sa message o direct na sila, hindi nila alam galawin. Okay? So,
Correct.
and one more thing then, if it is, let me know, Miss MJ, kung gano'n yun. Sa lorry kit nyo kasi, I think, mas maganda rin, no, tama ba, na nandun yung benefits nila. Nandun yung
Mm-mm.
benefits, paano siya gamitin, and of course, the pictures.
Of course, oo.
So, yung mga ganun ba, Miss MJ, importante ba yun sa Lazada store nila? Importante ba yung banner? Importante ba na may logo sila? Is it important also that they have parang like for example yung color yung kasi may mga nakikita kasi kami sa Lazada na like for example meron silang coding sa picture or may pangalan ng company nila or ng store nila. Importante ba yun yung ganon when it comes to like sa mga customers or as what you've experienced? Kasi your store is well decorated I think eh.
Mm. Well, the answer to that is yes, it is very important. In fact, when I started, I don't have those things kasi nga exploration eh.
Okay.
Basically, picturean mo lang yung produkto mo, para ka lang nag-upload sa Facebook and then post, that's it. Luckily, I was just really lucky during those times because that product is my own, basically like a rebranded own product. There's nobody else selling it. So basically, I don't have a competition that during that time. So until such time na when I started to get to know how Lazada works talaga by standards, as for the branding, creatives, the designs, the content, and algorithm, that's where I get to know na importante talaga. And this is what you call, yung sinasabi ni Miss Marilyn, that is what you call creatives and branding. So, dito na po papasok yung identity nyo as a seller. So, regardless kung ang product nyo is nire-resell nyo lang, nire-distribute nyo lang, or yung product, your own product, your own brand, either you have rebranded it or your own product lang, nobody else selling it, then use your image. you have to still make sure that you have an identity on Lazada Marketplace. Kasi ang tawag natin dyan sa ating sa Lazada is e-commerce marketplace. Meaning to say there's a lot of hundreds of thousands of sellers selling probably the same products. So for you to stand out, you need to have a branding for your store and your product. So very important that you take consider about the content, about the design, about your branding and logo, about the positioning of your store. So ito yung mga struggle na most of the time ng mga sellers in Lazada because they thought it's easy to start on Lazada. The answer to that is true. It's easy. But to maintain the store in Lazada and to really make money out of your store in Lazada if you are starting is a different story. So you have to do some tricks and strategies to that. And one of which is yung sinasabi ni Miss Marilyn that you have to take note about the standards on creatives and branding. Glory kit na sinasabi ni Miss Marilyn is this is what we call the digital catalog. May mga algorithm yan. As for ilang photos dapat i-upload mo, ano ang kailangang content sa Glory Kit mo, ano yung standard na dapat makita doon, is the FAQs included, should the instructions should be included, should the angles of the photos are right or there's a proper angles, and a lot more. So those things are important kasi you are selling online basically and you are selling on an e-commerce marketplace platform. So if I'm selling the same product with the rest of other hundreds of sellers, paano ko make sure na sa store ko siya bibili or yung product catalog ko ang titingnan niya at nobody else he would like to try to take a look at. So importante po yung you have your branding for your store and your product.
So, nakakasunod naman. Nagtitake down notes po ba kayo for those who are listening right now? Okay, so nakakapag-take down notes naman. And another question pala, Miss MJ, why do you think these people out there, etong mga nakikinig dito, why should they go to Lazada? Like, for example, kasi some of the attendees right now kasi, they are doing mga Facebook ads and they are posting on their pages na already. So, what are the advantage? Aside dun sa nabanggit ko kanina, ano ba yung mga advantage nila or advantage ng mga mag-onboard sa Lazada?
Okay, a lot of supporting answers to that. Kung advantage lang, there are really so much advantages. Lalo na right now, as we experience this outbreak, this pandemic, since the start of that, everybody goes online na. Okay, regardless business yan, be it services or products, they're going online business na. And if you would not really adjust or adapt to it, mapag-iiwanan ka talaga. So it's either you join or you beat them. Okay, so better you join them and follow to adapt. Now, as for Lazada as the platform, the reason why I am encouraging for you to try out and start with Lazada because why not? Okay, there's a lot of supporting answers to that. Number one, Lazada is a free platform. So basically, wala kang babayaran. So who would wanted to start a business na walang babayaran? Ako. At lahat naman siguro po tayo, right? Number two, it's easy for you to start it off. However, it's a different story. Iba yung nag-start ka at iba yung mag-maintain ka at iba yung i-grow mo yung business mo on Lazada. And then number three, as you start on Lazada, it's easy for you to navigate through or to continue growing your business in Lazada is because it has already a system or program. It's not a bad idea to sell on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, etc. But I mainly categorize it into three. If you would like to start selling online, I always tell this, there are three things you have to consider. Number one, what are your products or what are your offerings? Is it products or services? Number two, how will you tap the market or paano ninyo makukuha yung customers who would like to buy your products or your services? And that is through digital marketing. So yung Facebook and Instagram, Google My Business, etc., I consider this as your digital marketing channels. So meaning to say, this is mainly used for us to boost our products towards our e-commerce stores. At, so, ibig sabihin, first step, your offering. Second step, you have your in short marketing avenue, digital marketing, which is your Facebook, Instagram, etc. The third step is the best for you to really sell this with a system made already or a process made now from logistics to payout to product design, etc. We have these e-commerce platforms like Lazada, Shopee, and a lot more. And these are all for free. So those are only three steps. What are your offerings? Where will you sell it? E-commerce platforms or your store channels, Lazada, Shopee, etc. And then your Facebook, Instagram should be the one that will drive traffic towards your stores. Although again, it's not a bad idea to also sell on these platforms like Facebook and Instagram. The only difference is you'll be doing it manually. So ikaw rin ang if there's an order, you basically have to place that order and book it yourself on third-party logistics like LBC, JTNT, etc. Same goes with your payout method. So basically, pag may order, pag may increase, you have to do it manually. Unlike we're doing it on e-commerce platforms built in talaga for sellers like us, then you have Lazada as free platform. So that's why I encourage doing it or trying it out on Lazada because there's no other way easier for you or faster for you by doing it in Lazada. Again, just take note, it's easy to jumpstart, but it's a different story when you are there already and you wanted to really make sales and grow your business already. So that's why we are also here to help out.
Thank you so much for that tip. So, unang-una, sabi nga ni Miss MJ, you have to think muna kung ano nga ba yung gusto mong ibenta. Okay, and then how are you going to start it? So, I think importante din na kailangan alamin mo din mismo kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo, right, Miss MJ?
Yeah.
So, hindi lang siya pwede, ito, nagbebenta sila ng ganito. Ito rin yung bebenta ko. Kasi importante yun eh. So, like us, nung una naming benta kasi gusto ko talaga yung mga watches, yung mga perfumes. But I think no Miss MJ, yung mga perfumes na like hindi talaga original, binaban yun ni Lazada eh. No? Kasi they are already partnered with that brand, tama?
Yeah. So there's what we call IPP, intellectual property disclaimer ito. So make sure there are a lot of experience na even to some of our brand seller clients, if they find proper authorization to sell that. So basically the brand will send you or Lazada will send you a notification about the IPP, intellectual property nga na disclaimer ko, and magkakaroon ka ng points on the so
you have violations, right?
Yes, you have to your explanation to that. In short, but that's why it's important. You have to know also the nitty-gritty behind selling on Lazada talaga. Kasi if no, there will be chances there are violations and you haven't able to give your response to it or your counter to it. Possible na yung point system mo with regards to your violations would go up high and tendency for your store to be closed. Okay, so or there would be tendency that you will you will be restricted. Like you can only upload a certain number of SKUs or your visibility of your store will lower down. Your rating will also lower down. Hence, it will also affect your store rating and overall performance. Or the worst case is they will close your account given the fact that you haven't complied to the standards. So, isa din yun.
Yeah. So, kailangan alamin nyo kung ano talaga yung mga rules and regulations. Kasi I've also experienced that, yung naban ni Lazada. So, parang yun yung unang-unang, oo. So, yun yung very important yun. Okay? So, guys, do you have any questions po ba regarding the topic that we're discussing right now? So, if you have questions, let us know lang. You can type in doon sa chat box. Okay? Pwede po kayong mag-type, mag-ask ng question, and then I'll just relay it to Miss MJ. Kasi hindi yata nakikita mo ba, Miss MJ, in chat?
Yeah, nakikita ko naman sa chat box. Okay. So, this live stream is really open for those na like you interested to start your Lazada journey, or for others here na most likely baka may Lazada stores na but
Mhm.
struggling to make it
Yeah.
struggling to really start it up, or struggling to make it work. There's a lot of, and we've handled over thousands of stores already of Lazada sellers, and there are a lot of different experiences, from top sellers to mid sellers to newbies sellers and rookie sellers, from issues on how to make more, how to convert my viewers, how to convert my traffic into sales, how to grow my sales in Lazada, or how to start basically on Lazada. There are a lot of different factors and the different issues, and these things we can help you out. That's why I'm happy na we were able to have this gathering with you ng e-com.ph with Miss Marilyn, and hopefully may share namin yung experience namin with you. We're very, very open. Who would want it, sino pang pwedeng makatulong kung di tayo din lang, especially at the time na very down yung market. There's no other way but to help out one another. Kung gusto niyo magsimula ng extra income, or I can tell this is not just an extra income. Kasi if so, most likely I haven't gone through different phasing na in Lazada, from just one store to one product to multiple products to multiple stores, to also servicing to my co-sellers na rin, and training also my co-sellers na rin. So it really paved my way to all the experiences that I had with Lazada. So I do hope one time, sooner or later, whoever attended right now would also experience the same that I have experienced. But it all start if you wanted to. This will all gonna happen if you will start it right now. Kasi again, there's no other way to start it, and there's no other time to start it. But best is today. Kasi wala namang mawawala, ika nga, but it's more to gain for you. You just really have to give time, because the major resource that we have right now, and it's free, is your time. So there. So kung may questions po kayo, please raise it up. Anything with regards to, probably you wanted to know anong products pwede simulan, paano ba mag-start with one store, or like I have existing na pero hindi pa siya gumagana, paano ko siya mapalaki, etc. The floor is open.
Meron nag-private, nahiya siyang magtanong. Okay. So, Miss MJ, since kasi some of them, yun nga, nagpa-Facebook ads, di ba? They can still connect naman. Ang Lazada, di ba, meron siyang platform na they can do Facebook ads. Kasi we've tried before, parang when I click po yung parang ano nila, parang promotion something nila or boost post something nila, parang hindi pa ata nag-start, or is it nag-start na ba siya ngayon?
Yung ano po, sorry?
Sa Facebook boosting niya, parang ganun. Parang Facebook ads siya, pero kasi meron siyang ganun, di ba? May ganun siyang...
Meron po ang Lazada, same with Shopee. We call it CPAS, Facebook CPAS. Yes, it's starting na since early this year. Mostly it's for selected sellers, and it's being granted to agencies like us who help sellers, who provides services to sellers, kasi it's by approval. But then if it's not with Facebook CPAS, you can still do the basic boosting or the advanced business manager boosting, ads management. So if you have idea about this, then it's even an advantage para sa'yo, kasi makakatulong yun besides sa extra effort na gagawin mo while maximizing the platform ni Lazada. Since si Lazada naman is really a good platform, kasi nandun na lahat ng mga free modules like promotional campaigns, bundles, free shipping, vouchers, buy one take one, etc. Sponsored ads, affiliate programs, sponsored search, etc. Nag-expand si Lazada, which are all of these are all for advantage of the sellers. Yeah. So free naman itong lahat ng to, kailangan mo lang aralin. Although again, if you have time. But if you don't have time, then good thing, because again, we are here to help you out. Then we could be of help and assistance and service to you naman. So yun.
Okay. So may question si Miss Maria Lorenzo. Sige, Miss Maria, you can ask question to Miss MJ. Yes po. Wala po kaming naririnig. How to drive, Miss Divine, how to drive po more traffic to our store since startup pa lang through FB ads or boost post?
Well, this question will depends on how you would like your store po to to be boosted up. You can do both Facebook ads, boost posts, etc. And even without all of this, when I started in Lazada, I started organically. So, ibig sabihin, I don't have idea about Facebook ads, boosting, to name a few. Ginawa ko lang, again, advantage ko lang is because I was selling this product with my own product or rebranded product. Nobody else selling the same, just with my product. And ang ginawa ko, I really maximize the platform. Actually, guys, you don't really need to spend too much when you're just starting. Although if you have extra money naman to do on your Facebook ads or boosting ads, etc., then it's an advantage. Besides, you will create that in such a way na you will have more conversion. So, ibig sabihin, gagastos ka man, syempre, ang target natin is to have a conversion rate that would also suffice your expenditure. As a startup, kung right now kasi, you can gain more traffic by two things. Number one, if you're familiar with this, with Lazada sponsor search, seller picks, all the promotional campaigns, use all of that. Siguro give a timeline. If you have made use of it for over a month, you need to say you really have explored that, use that, especially the business advisor. Kasi as far as I can see here, as you mentioned, startup ka pa lang, but meaning to say you already, probably you have your own store na dito. Yun ang idea. So, try to make use of that module. So, make sure lang na as you use this, you have to check kung ano yung output or result. And you can see this through Business Advisor. Is there a movement from the time na gumamit ako ng Loric, gumamit ako ng seller picks? Is there a movement from the time where I use sponsor search? Is there a movement from viewers? Ilan yung nag-add to cart? Or ilan yung nag-buy now? Or is it purely add to cart lang? Nag-wishlist lang? Nothing happened? You can all see this from your data. So, it is important na navigate mo talaga, na ma-maximize mo yung platform ng Lazada itself. So, use that Business Advisor. If a matter of time, after a month or so, you have really been diligent on using this module, and you find it a little more challenging pa rin. I mean, kung gusto mo ng drastic approach talaga, not really as drastic, but basically a new change of approach, then that's where you can try to spend already a little extra budget for your digital marketing. That's where you make use already of social media managements. Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, all of those stuffs. That is if you also know how to do that. That's why it's important na as you start your Lazada business, Lazada store, you also have your digital platforms. You have your Facebook page, you have your Instagram, you have all of those stuffs kasi this will be your driving traffic while your store is your selling platform.
Yeah. So, thank you so much. Miss MJ, another question po from Maria Lorenzo. Paano po mag-register ng two-location warehouse sa Lazada? Inaalaw ba ni Lazada na magkaroon ng two-location warehouse? Same cellphone number or no? Right now?
Pwede. It's a different store nga lang. But in one store, you only have one warehouse location for pickup. But if you want multiple, then you have to have multiple stores. One store could have one warehouse address.
Yeah.
Different stores could have one same warehouse address or pickup address po.
So parang isang store mo, kailangan one warehouse address lang siya.
Yes.
And then the other store, kung gusto pa nila, so another warehouse address yon, right?
They can make use the same warehouse address.
Same warehouse address din siya. But they can still change naman di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, you can change it pagka like kung nasa ibang address yung isang warehouse mo, pwede siya.
Yes.
But I think ngayon yata, parang yung cellphone number, parang isa lang yung inaalaw nila right now I think, hindi na pwede yung isang cellphone number sa maraming warehouse address. Ngayon,
Yes,
medyo
isa
mahigpit
lang.
sila.
One number is
One
intended
number.
for one store.
Yes, oo. So, hindi na siya pwede. Kasi
Yun
yun
yung
yung tatawagan
registration.
ni Lazada eh.
Yan
Like,
yung pinaka-registration mo also from the time that
oo. Yes, oo. And some of you, kapag yung number nyo po, I think tatawagan kayo ng account manager na. No? May mga ganun na sila, no, Miss MJ. May mga account manager every store to help them how to get sales and then also to
there's
update
what we
them.
call key account manager or virtual account manager. Um, Before, during the early stages of few years back in Lazada, you really have a designated one. Only until up to this now, meron pa rin naman. So, may depende sa phasing, incubation stage, growing stage, etc. But it will be pre-assigned or pre-allocated to you. So basically, most of the time, this is being allocated kapag you have already reached a certain number of sales or reach a number of sold items. So hindi siya automatic na from the time that you started or your Lazada store, meron ka ng CAM or meron ka ng virtual key account management. So it will be as such only on a certain period of time na reach mo na yung certain number of sales.
Okay. Any questions? Meron pa po bang may questions sa inyo? Habang nandito si Miss MJ. And before we move on to part 2, yan. Kasi Miss MJ will also announce something, right?
Mm-mm.
So any more question? Meron pa po ba?
Ito meron, I think,
Question
kila...
po, how to compete with other sellers sa Lazada? Si Miss Patty, sa Lazada, na sobrang bagsak presyo nila, binibenta yung same product mo.
Laging nabobrought up yung question na yan about pricing, competition. When I started with Lazada, I don't have any pricing competition because I was only selling I was selling my own rebranded items. So it's a lucky part on me. But with you, ibig sabihin po ba nito is you are selling the same products from other sellers pero
Yes.
mura na binibenta?
Yeah,
Tama ba?
oo. Mm-mm.
Yeah. There is a lot of factors how you can not prevent but how you can how do you call this, outdo them. And yan yung kanina sinabi ko na in fact pricing for me has never been a challenge even though I have also some products I've tested na I'm selling the same as other sellers selling the same product. Mas mahal lang sa kanila, ay mas mura lang sa kanila, mas mahal pa nga sa akin. And doon ko in-apply yung sinasabi kong creatives and branding identity. Wherein, would you rather go to a store where you see it doesn't have identity? Or mean to say, mura nga, pero you have seen their ratings, you have seen their reviews, you have seen their identity. Parang you could tell that this store might not be a legit one. Or you would rather go to a store where it's being branded, it has an identity, ratings are good, shipment rates are good, reviews are good, and that most of the importantly, you can find na they have really made their store identical with their branding, from their logo to their designs to their content, etc. So doon ko tinatapatan yung experience ko about pricing challenges. Never ako nag-down ng price just because mababa yung other competition, yung other sellers selling the same product. In fact, it made me even an advantage to create more of my branding identity. So, dito, ang ginawa ko na, sabi ko, and also your digital strategy. That's the reason why you have to see, kasi pagka yung store mo already has a traffic, okay, meaning to say it will even help you if kapag mag-add ka ng more SKUs or more products on a store that has built-in traffic already, it's a little bit more easier for you to also cross-sell your other products there. Just make sure lang, as you build your store's traffic, you're also building your brand. So, regardless kung ang nagbebenta niyan is actually mismong, let's say, consider it yung Miniso. Miniso store, they probably have their official mini store in Lazada mismo. But you are also a reseller of Miniso. So, ang question dyan, ibebenta mo ba siya ng the same SRP or ibebenta mo siya ng mura? Ako, standard ko talaga, I always do not lower down my pricing. I follow SRP based on the company's rule, and I just make use of my identity. My store is ABC, for example, and his store is Miniso. So mean to say, I'm selling not just Miniso because I'm a reseller of Miniso. I'm selling different kinds of products. What I position there is not my products. What I position there is my store's identity. Since my traffic na yung store ko, or I'm building my store, I'm building the traffic to my store, I make sure na people will go to my product and people will go to my store not because they saw that I am actually a reseller of Miniso, but they saw that my store is branded or identical based on the branding I have positioned. Medyo a little bit technical to, pero medyo kailangan mo, importante yung business advisor dito sa platform. You have to try to see kung pumupunta ba yung viewers mo because of your catalog. If it's your catalog or your lorry kit, then you have to continuously improve your catalog lorry kit. Or is your viewers going to your store because of your store branding, your store front, etc. Then you have to make sure that you are rebuilding your store's right standard for storefront. So a lot of different factors, but might as well go with branding over identity ng store mo and your SKUs. And then, gawan mo na lang ng play around mo with your digital marketing strategies. At the same time, with your bundles, with your promotional campaigns, with your lorry kit, with your seller picks, etc. So there. Although you can give naman a leeway like pwedeng same pricing kayo, pero ang gawin mo na lang is pwede rin mag-free bundle ka, buy this item with free this item, or pwede kang gawin mo na kung ano yung hindi mabenta versus sa mabenta, i-mix match mo siya. So, but I don't really go or advise to lower down your pricing just because for you to compete. Kasi possible na nag-compete ka nga, mababa nga sa'yo, pero your profit margin is too stiff na. So, might as well push on the button of your branding, of your store and your SKUs. Kasi regardless kung anong product yan, possible at possible, kung wala ka pa talagang sarili mong product, marami at marami talagang magbebenta niyan. So hindi mo talaga control yung pricing. What you can control here is your branding.
Yeah, I agree. So if you have your own brand, so kontrolado mo at mas marami kang mabibenta kasi that's your own brand. So, another question, how is the commission pricing ni Lazada and shipping fee pala? So, si Michael Samar yung nagtatanong.
Yeah, so
makalito daw?
Depende. Actually, kung anong klaseng seller ka, may tatlong seller kasi sa Lazada. Cross-border seller, if you are coming from different countries, Southeast Asian countries, selling it here. If you are a brand seller or brand merchant, like these are official stores, but this has requirement. Or if you are a service if you are a marketplace seller, mean to say either a corporation or an individual. So yung brand merchants kasi, yung cross-border seller kasi, it has a different commission scheme. Yung brand merchants then, it has a different commission scheme. Mostly 5 to 10% depending on the categories. On the other hand, yung marketplace sellers, beginning 2018, I just forgot 2018 or 2019 last year, they take out commission na. So you don't have commission na, zero commission na si Lazada when it comes to products. There are only few charges lang, like around 1.2 to 1.6% to every SOA mo, statement of account. And this is for some administrative charges. Most likely, especially if you're under the management of a co-op. Okay? Kasi automatic pag seller ka sa Lazada, bago ka palang seller, you will become a micro-seller. And micro-seller is being handled by a cooperativa, or what we call, I forgot yung name ng co-op, but this co-op is actually also, I also partnered with us. I have trained some batches of sellers there during prior the COVID. So meron silang 1% admin fees. Because they're the one who process with regards to finance, your payout, some trainings, etc. But with the platform itself, we don't have commission now if it's about if you are a marketplace seller. But again, a few charges, 1% for the co-op if you're a micro seller, around 1.2 to 1.6 for the platform of Lazada. Shipping charges two things. Either number one, you set your shipping to be shouldered by the customers 100%. So you don't have any shipping fees to that. Sila na magbabayad on top of the selling price na nilagay mo. Or number two, shipping fee would be handled either by you, 100%. You give it as free shipping voucher sa kanila. So, ililibre mo na yon. It will be charged to you. Okay? Or the third one is shipping mix na. So, meaning to say, either pwede mong ibigay hati kayo. 50% kay seller, 50% sa'yo. So, para hindi ganun kabigat kay seller, at the same time, hindi ganun kabigat sa'yo.
Alright. So, if meaning to say, once you have an item that you want to sell sa Lazada pala, you have to add, parang yung sinabi mo kaninang percent, like 1.6 and then plus 1%, 1.6% and then 1%. Tama ba? Like for example, nabili nila ng 200 pesos. So, what they need to do po ba is like, mag-add sila dun sa price nila ng 1.6 plus 1% and then the shipping fee para mas tumubo sila. Kunyari, nabili nila ng cost price is 200. Ganun po ba? Miss MJ, tama? They need to add ilang percent?
200.
Like, kunyari, 200 yung nabili nila sa item na wherein they will sell it to Lazada. So, para makita nila yung tubo nila or para ma-shoulder nila, kasi di ba kanina sabi mo meron siyang free shipping na dapat. So, they need to add that percent. Mga ilang percent kaya yung dapat nilang i-add doon sa Lazada store nila when, for example, nabili nila yung item nila ng 200 pesos. So, usually, ikaw, based on your experience, how many percent po yung ina-add mo sa item mo?
Sa shipping?
Yeah. Ano na all of them, parang overall na.
Market, profit, para sa profit margin mo.
Yeah.
Okay. Good question kasi I have this during my training times also. We give a sample computation on how do we price a certain product. I think kasama yun sa pwede natin i-announce later on sa kanila.
Yeah. Sige.
All this is, syempre, ayaw din naman nating mabenta lang. Gusto din nating mabenta, pero may kita.
Yes.
So, most of the time, I make sure that the lowest that I give is at least times 2 of the product price. That's I normally do. Or meaning to say, mababa na yon. Let's say, for example, if I get it 500, I sold it at 1,000. But consider also if you have given a shipping fee, free or not. Consider also the other payables on your operations that you have to pay, packaging, logistics, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So that's the smallest, times 2. But normally, if I would have a chance, I price it times 5. So meaning to say from 500, I times it, I sell it at 2.5. So that's one of the best option for me. Pero I normally do that lang kapag may traction na yung product ko. Or pag meron ng, basically, I was able to make a community na nung product branding ko na yon. But if it's only starting, most of the time we give freebies, we give sort of campaign promotions to that, and normally do that just for us to build a momentum on the SKU. Kapag may momentum na siya, so we little by little, we change the pricing, and we also upgrade and level up our branding. So, simultaneous yung pag-workout dapat mo.
Yeah. Okay. So, again, with yung question ni Sir Michael, paano po yung VAT? Saan po siya based? Gross kasama yung mga commission, Lazada, and shipping. Parang, ibig sabihin nito, paano daw po yung VAT? Kasi di ba meron siyang VAT? Saan daw based yung VAT na yon na sinabi nito?
Kasi it will all boil down to yung sales mo from your SOA, statement of account. From statement of account, that's where they will be deducting, that's where you will have to compute your taxes, etc. So, that's why yung product pricing mo itself per item, you have to consider na kung ano yung ilalagay mo. Consider the taxes, consider the packaging, consider the logistics, consider everything. So, kung magma-markup ka, include mo na yung probability. So, kasi sa SOA mo, it's your gross but less all the charges na possible charges they will to be deducted from the platform. So yung may iwan mo doon, basically you have to compute that na.
Usually, ilang percent yung VAT ni Lazada for ano po?
Ano,
Yeah.
ang VAT would be computed by your accounting. So you have to you have to coordinate with your accountant for that. I mean, normally how much the VAT would intake you around 12%,
Yeah.
more or less. So yun yung i-compute mo. So syempre, you will have to define pa kung ano ka sa VAT kasi regardless kung may kinita ka ba talaga or kumita ka nga pero ang laki din ng expenditures mo or operations mo. So i-compute naman yan ng accounting pa, how much will be the total VAT mo lang talaga? Or how much will you be withholding for the tax?
Have you also experienced yung gross mo? Meron bang times na parang may hindi na-compute si Lazada or something like that?
There would be a possibility kasi kung king ka sa inventory mo, makikita mo yun. But
Yeah.
if not, you will just follow. It might happen or it happens probably at times, but you can always do claims. So yun yung tinatawag na claim. You can file a claim if it's needed for you to also have that correction kung kinakailangan. Kung may kailangan i-credit sa'yo for unpaid item that was sold and delivered successfully, so you claim it. So, kaya importante that you know how to do the inventory. So, importante katagalan nito, may accounting ka. May accountant ka who could help you out. Not necessarily upfront, but at least somebody could help you on your inventory and finance.
Lalo na kung lumalaki siya, kung nakikita mo na lumalaki. Yeah.
Correct.
I think ito last how or where to find products that are low in competition or no competition? Question ni Sir Conrad.
Conrad. Okay, that question would have no definite answer kasi there will always gonna be a competition regardless. So what I can only tell is I have good news because later on, although I will be probably pitching it already a little, we have also a package or a program where we also help sellers like my co-sellers on how to source their products, what products you could source out to start on Lazada. So we have this program wherein do you have products already to sell? Or if you don't have yet, then you can probably get our what we call parang importer type. So you can become a member of this wherein we give you an opportunity to give you the, one of the top selling items, and then you choose whether you take it or not, or if you wanted to source your own products, then we can source the cheapest price for you. That is for importation procedure. But if you wanted naman ng local products, locally manufactured here, locally distributed here, that's a different story din naman. And we could also help you out to give you partners, suppliers who can help you with that then. Or the last but not the least, we also have our different brands that we're handling right now, wherein we are open for accredited resellers or dealers of these products. We give it to you for free at no cost. Basically, you will just have a commission, or you can just purchase certain package and then have a commission every succeeding purchase mo na. So yun.
Ano po yung tips ninyo para sa akin para ma-complete ko na yung aking seller center account sa Lazada? Miss Ellie. Parang, what do you mean? I think ito yung tips, na-late ba to si Miss Ellie? Miss Ellie yata na-late siya. I don't know. So, yung tips daw para sa kanya to complete yung kanyang seller center account. So, just fill out all the information, I think, no? Miss MJ. And yun. Tsaka
Yeah.
yung mga, yun lang. And then the products that you're selling.
As you start, may notification dun, you sign up. After you sign up, may notification immediately on your dashboard kung ano pa yung, kasi there are only 3 steps you have to do eh. So, kung yung step 1, natapos mo na, step 2, hindi pa, step 3, hindi pa. So, it will be notified there para ma-complete mo na yung store setup mo. Pero, from there, as you finish the signing up, isi-set up mo na yung store mo nun. So, there po.
So, kahit po ba member na ng microseller co-op, mag-charge pa rin po ng VAT?
This before hindi, pero as far as I know right now kasi
Ngayon meron yata.
I cannot tell right now kasi I don't have account that's microseller right now kasi but as for the updates, naging strict kasi ngayon si BIR, beginning lahat ng mga sellers ngayon are going online. So you really have to declare the taxes regardless. And best is you consult it with the accounting or accountant knows figuratively with regards to these numbers. But as far as I know, may requirement na rin sa co-op na you have to submit. Before kasi, you can start really, actually not before, but recent, even up to this point, you can start even with your one ID lang, without any business permits. But
Yeah, ngayon.
latter part, you will be submitting still the business documents once you are already started earning in Lazada on a certain period of time. And then you will be converted as a microseller to a corporate seller if you have reached a certain number of sales na. And you can do that or you can experience that before experiencing that or while experiencing that, ini-require na ni co-op na you have to comply with their requirements for the business documents and the taxes. So, I think so, it's important na regardless kung microseller ka or not, try to consult with your accounting. As medyo pagdating sa ganyang bagay, kasi especially I don't have microseller account right now. Before, it's not much being attention. Right now, I do believe it is kasi they're already sending requirements checklist for the compliances ng mga documents. So that also probably includes na yung taxes that you have to declare for a certain number of sales.
Okay, so example, I sell my products 500. Ilang percent daw po ulit yung transaction fee or service fee?
Dito po wala po siyang identical na ita-transact as fee po sa inyo. Overall, from your SOA statement of account, which you are getting it every week from whatever sales sold and successfully delivered from Monday to Sunday, you will get your SOA statement of account the next week, Friday. Okay? Or it can happen earlier between Wednesday to Friday. Doon mo makita yung charges. It differs from time to time. Pero katulad ng sabi ko, wala naman ng commission si Lazada with regards to if you are a marketplace seller, but there are charges between 1 to 1.6% for some due diligences or charges. So doon mo makikita. Kasi kung may shipping fee pa dito, makikita mo yun doon kung ano pa yung na-charge sa'yo. Co-op, but basically if you are a new seller, kaka-sign up mo lang, you will be under a cooperativa, okay, a co-op, and they have 1% charge to every transactions mo or to every statement of account mo.
Yeah. Okay. Yan, medyo dumadami na yung question nila, Miss MJ. So, ayun, actually kanina nasagot na to eh. I received, Miss Patty, I received SOA po kasi from microseller co-op kahit wala pang sales. Required na po ba agad mabayaran yon? May penalty po ba si Lazada kung hindi mabayaran agad yung SOA from microseller?
No, so I received SOA from microseller.
SOA, bakit sila I think hindi naman statement of account yun eh.
Basically, so you will only receive a SOA if you have sales.
Sales.
So I don't think I'm not sure how this happens or may bago na ba? Kasi as mentioned, I don't have a microseller account right now.
So, pwede naman nilang i-contact yung parang chat support ng Lazada. And then you can screenshot yun, Miss Patty, yung na-receive mo. Kasi baka mamaya, hindi lang siya. I meant, may 4 items na about to ship, pero wala pa pong profit. Okay.
About to ship, wala pa pong profit. Wala pa. Hindi, pero you should not be receiving any SOA until it's successfully delivered. So, depende kung pumasok yan sa payout time or schedule from Monday to Sunday, successfully sold and delivered, okay, pumasok yan sa system, masasama yan sa payout, you will be able to receive a SOA, statement of account, the next week.
Yeah. I think ang releasing nila every Thursday, no? Tama ba?
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Usually yun ang nag-ano sila. And then, last question, how do you strategize? Wait lang ha. Medyo mahaba to eh. Sino ba yun? How do we strategize? Actually, kanina na ano na to, nasagot na. But sige, what if bago pa lang po ang store sa Lazada, walang ratings? Ha? I think nasagot na to ni Miss MJ kanina. How do we strategize po? Does Lazada have programs to boost our products?
Ano po? Sorry?
How do we strategize po? And does Lazada have programs to boost our products?
How to strategize boosting products? Hindi
Uh,
ko kasi mabasa yung ano dito.
Ayan, ito. What if bago pa lang po ang store sa Lazada, tipong wala pang ratings, then meron ibang seller with same item na mababa price with good ratings, branding, and good creatives? How do we strategize po? Does Lazada
Okay.
have programs to boost our products?
Well, if bago pa po store, well, di po nga pang rated, then meron pa service same ay mababa private grade, very good rated. How do we try po? Ay, yun po ang kailangan yung sundin. Ano, sir? Kaya po, it's very important na as you start with Lazada. Kaya I always tell, it's easy to start, jump start. It's different story if you set up, if you build up, and if you manage your store. If I tell you right now, sign up for free in Lazada, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 para ka lang pong gumawa ng Facebook account or Gmail. To maintain that and to really make money out of that, it's a different story na. Diyan na po papasok yung you have to build your brand, you have already to optimize and maximize your store's modules from joining campaigns to joining different kinds of checking out the business advisor, etc. Strategizing is really the hard work na po. So dito na you have to also, if you have really time or if you don't have a time but you have to make a time to learn more about Lazada, automatically, if you're a Lazada seller na nag-sign up ka, there's Lazada University. It will give you a free resource for you to know more ano yung mga ginagawa ng to increase more traffic to your store, visibility to your store, creatives and branding, etc. That is if you really have an extra time and you don't have any other work other than really starting off or jumping start Lazada business. But if you have limited time to do that, dyan po kami papasok ni Miss Marilyn because we could help you, give you service to this and be of assistance to you. Papasok yung announcement that we will gonna give you after a while po. So, but at the end of the day, katulad po nung sabi niyo, Sir Mark, is mababa na nga yung presyo, they have good branding and creatives pa, and ikaw is bago, starting, so you have to follow the same. You basically, nothing you have to do other than boosting your product or for you to boost your product is to really brand, number one, is to really brand your store. And second, it will follow through all the next steps na po.
Okay. So in addition to that, no, a-add lang ako, Miss MJ, how to strategize. Yun nga, yung sinabi kanina ni Miss MJ. And it's also important din, yung sa chat nila, once na merong nagtanong na mga kliyente nyo, dapat sasagutin nyo sila agad. Kasi pag hindi nyo yan nasagot, automatically, maghahanap yan ng iba. So, it's just like sa messenger, di ba? Pag hindi mo pinansin yung mga kausap mo sa page or whatever, aalis yan. So, kasi si Lazada, meron din siyang rate for, I think, sa chat, di ba? Ilang percent yung ano mo sa chat pag answer ng chat mo. So, it's really important. Isa yun sa mga strategy na dapat meron kayo sa cellphone. Kung hindi man kayo palaging nasa computer, at least nagpa-pop up yun, may notification siya sa cellphone nyo. At para masagot nyo rin sila agad-agad. Kasi may mga, pag hindi nyo talaga nasasagot yan, aalis talaga at aalis yan. At syempre, maaapektuhan yung sales ninyo kasi hindi nyo siya nasagot kasi umalis na siya. So, yun yung isa sa mga strategy na pwede nyo bantayan din yung chat. Alright? Hindi yung sasagutin niya after 2 days pa, after 3 days. So, hindi yun, hindi healthy yun para sa Lazada store mo. Aside dun sa sinasabi ni Miss MJ na sa branding. Alright?
Yeah. Kindly note also that chat is one of the 5-power tools. In Lazada, 5-power tools. Yeah. These are the main power tools that you have to take note as you start with Lazada. We have the chat, we have the Lori Kit, which is yung content catalog. We have the store builder, which is your storefront, shipping, and then the other one is, forgot the other one, business advisor. So there are five, this is what we call power of five tools. By maximizing utilizing this will give you 30% to 70% conversion of your store.
Although medyo matrabaho talaga siya pagka ginawa mo, yun nga, sabi niya, you have to invest time on it, how to do it, and then yun, kailangan uupuan mo siya talaga. Even si Miss MJ, ilang taon, ilang buwan din, di ba? Pero later, mas mapapadali yung inyong gustong malaman, okay? So, I think wala na tayong mga question? Wala na po ba?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so yan. Miss MJ, I'm going to give the floor to you to announce.
Yeah, okay. So, how do you call this? So for the announcement, it's basically about how we can extend more assistance and help to you. If you are a viewer here, an attendee here, that you are struggling to start your own Lazada, regardless if it's starting up your Lazada, or you have already your start Lazada, but you're having challenges on how to make it work, or you already have existing store but you wanted to grow it further. So either of these three facing, bago pa lang, magsisimula pa lang, meron na, gustong lumaki or whatnot, then we can be of help to you because we are actually offering you guys a discounted package only with e-com.ph. This is what we call Lazada Digital Course. Lazada Digital Course is a course built for, so there are two types pala. So we have Lazada Digital Course wherein we're giving this for those who would like to jumpstart their business on Lazada. What are the know-hows, the basics, the nitty-gritty behind how you can successfully start your Lazada business. So we have the Lazada Digital Course. It's a course that's already being made or pre-recorded, and you just have to run through it anytime, anywhere. So walang restrictions as long as it's only being restricted to one user lang. So it cannot be shared basically. So it's on a promo package. As for the pricing, Miss Marie will be the one to discuss that further to you. And then we have naman, if you wanted naman for those na existing na yung Lazada business nila and struggling lang on making it work, or existing yung Lazada business nila but they wanted to grow further or grow more, then we have Lazada live stream training, one-on-one or group training. So this means it's a hands-on training for one full day for a group training, or it's a hands-on training for one-to-one individual for 2 full days. So this pricing will be sending that over to you guys after this. But basically all of this, both to Lazada Digital Course for a recorded one for beginners, and Lazada Livestream Training for the ones who would like course from basic to advanced, etc. And it's a live training, hands-on, full training, group or individual. So both of these two courses, the pricing will be at the discounted rate, which will be given to you after this. Tama po ba, Miss Marilyn? You can
Yes. So, kasi I need to parang survey doon sa mga resellers namin who really wants to learn na in-depth talaga. Kasi right now kasi we have 100 almost parang gano'n, medyo madami na kasi sila. So, yun nga, since you are already there na, Miss MJ, and you really specialized doing Lazada, so we will try to have a survey on a group class with them, di ba? Is it right 2 days siya na live hands-on, di ba? Online, right?
Yung live stream is hands-on. Yung digital course is a recorded one. They could, there's designed for starters. So there. So if they want to have a recorded one for basic course, so we have Lazada live stream, Lazada digital course. If you want naman in-depth and live hands-on, then we have live stream training naman.
Yeah. So we will schedule with you for those who are really interested in group, yung sa 2 days, tama ba?
Yes.
How many hours will it take po for 2 days? How many hours?
It's actually a full day for 1 day for the group training. However, there's what we call also one-to-one talaga private session. We also do that. But kasi that one-to-one includes already setting up their store for free. So from setting up to starting up to everything, from loyalty to photo shoot to everything. So they would have, at the end of the training, we are already building their store operational na. So bukod sa, hindi nga sila yung tipong magte-training, after training is they will be the one to do that. So may complementary ng buo na yung store nila. And they won't have any issues in the products if they don't have products yet because, excuse me, as mentioned, we are catering some brands and products right now that are automatically automatic if they avail that one-to-one session, they will become an accredited reseller or dealer of these products na rin. So there. So up and running store na with selling products na rin, operational na, and they get to know an in-depth from 2 days training. So yun po yung sa one-to-one. Sa group naman, it's a 1 full day training, almost the same with the 2 days. The only difference is basically it doesn't have, you don't yet have a store that is built in for you na, but you can resell already products that we have from the brands and products that we're catering. And so there, that's the only difference. And at the same time, sa 2 days training, that includes also part of the digital marketing strategies, like the social media management for you. So there. So yung Lazada digital course for the beginners, for the startups, yung mga magsisimula pa lang, so that's the one I can recommend naman if you wanted to slowly get to know about Lazada business muna. May question po pala dito about BDI not working yung site.
Yeah, meron nga. Yeah.
dito. It's working. I think naka-down lang right now yung old site namin. May bago kami launching within next, if not this week, next week. So it's on the works. That will be opening up very soon, which will be also opening up already our affiliate program. So, mean to say, automatic if you will be marketing also some of our products or our services, automatic you'll get commission as you also offer that. So you will become an affiliate marketer. So hopefully, with partnership with me, with the e-com.ph, with Miss Marilyn, you guys could join this affiliate program that we have.
Yeah. Yes.
And last offering that we would like to also share with you na ni Miss Marilyn is, other than trainings, courses, if you really don't have enough time naman for those here na bago pa lang or starting na or and probably struggling, or those na hindi struggling but really wanted to boost up more their sales and really fasten their journey in Lazada. We also have 2 other offerings right now. We have this what we call Lazada and Shopee store setup or revamp. Mean to say, you don't need to do the nitty-gritty sign up. You don't need to do the setup for your store, the branding for your store, the content for your store, the chat to you, the all of those stuffs for you to start up your store. The setup and startup and even the revamp kung existing store ka na, i-revamp natin yan according to Lazada standard. We have that package also. It's just a one-time fee for you, and it's also on a promotional package right now with e-com.ph partnership. So afterwards, all of this will be priced to you, will be given the price to you po ni Miss Marilyn. And then if you want naman for those na may existing stores na, okay, kasi yung store setup revamp, this is for people na magsisimula pa lang sa Lazada, kami ang mag-set up ng lahat sa iyo. Lazada and Shopee na po yun. So 2 stores na po ito. For those naman na existing stores na, if you want naman to revamp everything, so you could have the right branding, the right positioning of your product in your store, then we have the store setup, the store revamp package. So yun, same yun, store setup or revamp package, one-time fee at discounted rate. But, and the last but not the least, if you have naman po an urge to really grow your Lazada business, existing one, and you don't have enough time, but you have a little extra money for to get a service provider to help you out like us, then we have this what we call Lazada Store Management Package. Kasi kami na po lahat ang gagawa ng nitty-gritty of your store, from setting up, from building up, from managing it. So, ibig sabihin, kami na magjo-join ng sa campaign, magsasagot sa chat services. Kami na rin ang every now and then mag-update sa store, mag-ooperate totally ng store. And at the same time, Pati digital marketing, social media on Facebook, Instagram, kami na rin po yun. Overall, as if that we are the one who co-manage your store. The only thing that you will do na lang po is if there's an order, kayo lang po ang mag-fulfill nun. Meaning to say, ang goal namin is to build traffic and to manage your store, to operate your store, to make sales on your store. Kapag may sale na po, kayo lang po ang magpa-process nung order na yon para i-pick up po sa inyo ni Lazada or Shopee or i-drop off niyo po sa Lazada nearby drop-off location. So, yun po yung pinaka last resort if you wanted to lessen your stress, your hard work on this Lazada and Shopee platform. So, with that po, so we have that package po. Store setup or revamp or store management. So, all of these packages po and offerings have our special discounted rates po in partnership po with e-com.ph with Miss Marilyn po.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think yung BDI website, no, Miss MJ, next week, no, it's okay na siya, no, with all the packages. So, medyo may mga ina-add lang, nagre-revamp lang si Miss MJ dun sa pinaka-website. And this is, you're lucky enough kasi in advance niya na yung mga promotions and everything po. And we will post sa group natin, sa resellers group, sa e-com.ph group natin, about dun sa packages na sinabi kanina ni Miss MJ. Okay? So, next week po, Miss Sir Conrad, yung sinasabi po na website ni Miss MJ, right?
For the meantime, you can also check our Facebook if you have a time.
May Facebook page naman sila.
BDI Inc. PH, facebook.com/BDI Inc. PH po. And then yung website po kasi namin, hindi pa po siya, yun nga po, yung old site mo namin is not, it's currently down, inaayos po kasi namin ngayon for a new domain na. And it's actually right before I start right now, I was just able to have a new update with our web development team. So it's on the works hopefully to finish everything. Para din yung partnership po natin with the services being offered at the discounted rate, with e-com.ph, with Miss Marie, will be up there din po.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Miss MJ. Sobrang dami po namin natutunan ngayong araw na to. And I hope this is not the end. This is just the beginning of our partnership with e-com.ph. Okay? So, with that, I have an announcement po pala. So, pahabol na announcement, Miss MJ. Okay, so alam naman po natin na we had, marami tayong mga typhoon na dumating nitong nakaraang araw. So, this coming Friday or by next week po, we're going to go to Rizal po, our team. So, if you have, an extra help for them, so we are accepting po kahit food, kung pwede po kayo magpadala. We will also send the details sa e-com.ph group po natin. And of course, syempre kung meron naman po kayo sa location, pwede naman din po. Okay? So, I hope meron tayong maging part or meron po tayong ma-share sa ating mga kababayan. And sana maging okay din po ang ating pagbisita doon this week or by next week po. Depende po if kung marami pong mag-share ng blessings, it's okay. So, we'll post the announcement po sa Facebook po namin na page and of course group. So once again, thank you so much sa mga naka-attend and I hope natuto po kayo. Thank you so much po, Miss MJ. So pwede po nating let's give a thumbs up to Miss MJ Gaan. Thank you and God bless everyone. Thank you, Miss MJ.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Miss Marilyn, for the time. And I hope everyone had nasulit naman po natin yung oras. So, I hope to be of service to you guys soon. Anything with regards to your Lazada business or even your Shopee business. So, anything with regards to your e-commerce journey, to start towards jumping start or growing your Lazada and Shopee existing business po. You can also, by the way, follow me if you have your Facebook, Instagram, MJ Gaan po. So there.
Yeah. Okay, we will also send this replay. So, i-edit lang po namin. Sana wala pong nakakuha nung kaninang information kasi may na-share daw po ako. So, i-edit lang po namin yon and then i-upload po namin to sa YouTube and dun sa group po namin. Thank you so
Ayun.
much, Miss MJ.
Thank you so much, everyone.
God bless everyone.
We'll give all the details for after. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.